Today on Public Eye News, two former attorneys will stand trial for allegedly breaching voter data in the 2020 election. But first, two people in Wexford County are charged in the death of a pregnant woman.
Coming up, Jacob Heston has your weather forecast, where we'll take a look at conditions for the rest of the week and heading into the weekend. Later, Tayon Croft has your look at sports when he brings you today's breakdown. I'm Maggie Franzen.
And I'm Bianca Kroll, and this is Public Eye News. A Wexford County couple is facing murder charges in the death of 22-year-old pregnant woman. Courtney and Bradley Bartholomew have each been charged with multiple felonies, one of which is murder in the first degree. It is alleged that on November 3rd, the couple lured Park, Courtney's biological daughter, to their home. While there, the couple allegedly tortured Park in an attempt to remove her 38-week-old unborn child, which resulted in the death of both. An extensive search was put in place to find Park's remains and were found in Manistee National Forest on November 25th. The Wexford County Prosecuting Attorney's Office will be handling the case with the assistance of the Department of Attorney General. At the time of this writing, both agencies, along with the Wexford County Sheriff, are asking the public to avoid all investigation sites. And Eugene Hassenfuss, a key figure in the Iran-Contra affair, has passed away at the age of 84. He passed away on November 26th in Menominee, Michigan, after a 9-year battle with cancer. Hassenfuss was born on January 22, 1941, in Marinette, Wisconsin, and served with the Marines in Vietnam. He then continued a private career in aviation and played a crucial part in the Cold War's Iran-Contra conflict in the 1980s. At the time of the scandal, he was on one of the planes that was shot down over Nicaragua in October 1986. 3 crew members aboard the aircraft died, but Hassenfuss survived and evaded authorities. He is survived by 4 children and 8 grandchildren.
Northern Michigan University's food pantry is officially fresher than ever. With visitor numbers climbing at record rates, Northern's Controlled Environment Agriculture Program, the CEA, has stepped in to supply homegrown produce. Students are actively growing as many greens as possible in hydroponic systems funded by the Swipe Out Hunger Grant, reducing shipping, minimizing waste, and ensuring that nothing arrives already past its prime. The fresh produce travels only a few steps from the grow room to the pantry. With expanding resources and new hoop houses and innovative student projects, NMU continues to prove that sustainability and community support can grow side by side right on campus. From helping students on campus stay refreshed to another health milestone, the UP Health System of Marquette has earned statewide recognition for safer child deliveries. The hospital received the 2025 Safety Advising NTSV Cesarean Award for reducing unnecessary C-sections while keeping moms and newborns as healthy as can be. This past year, the hospital successfully avoided 11 unnecessary cesarean births, an impactful number for a low-volume hospital. Leaders credit the achievement to the collaboration between each of the people who play a role on the labor and delivery floor. The main goal is always to provide the highest quality supportive care, a proud moment for a team dedicated to supporting births across the region. The first widespread winter storm of the season left a majority of states with below freezing temperatures. Tuesday's storm caused dozens of crashes from the Midwest all the way to the East Coast. Some parts of the Northeast are seeing up to 12 inches of snowfall. Jared Hill of CBS News has the latest on the first major storm of the year.
On a snowy overpass, a tractor trailer dangling dangerously over the ledge. First responders in West Virginia raced to rescue the driver.
The safer we got that harness on him, the safer we was and the faster we could get out of there.
Today, millions are dealing with the aftermath of the nation's first major storm of the winter season, blanketing parts of the country under snow and ice Tuesday. In Ohio, slushy roads sent a trailer carrying cars careening into the trees. Folks in Windsor, Vermont made an early pass on the sidewalk, the region no stranger to snow.
Such is life in Vermont, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
At least half a foot of snow fell in the nation's interior from Ohio to New Hampshire. Some fun in the snow for these kids in New Jersey Tuesday, as the storm caused schools across the region to close their doors. With the season just beginning, firefighters in Wisconsin with this reminder to clear hydrants near your homes and businesses. One less obstacle for first responders in the case of an emergency. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
Now don't touch that dial. Jacob Heston will be back with the weather report you won't want to miss. Stay tuned.
Tonight on The American Revolution.
Brandywine, Germantown, and Saratoga.
This was not just a military defeat, it was a psychological blow.
Native peoples are divided.
We're killing each other. For what?
And the strategy of a general.
Washington doesn't have to win. He only has not to lose.
When the American Revolution continues. Tonight at 8/7 Central.
Welcome back to Public Eye News. My name is Jacob Hessen with your weather report. Let's take a look over here at our campus cam. We're going to be seeing some snow coming down here, and it looks like our sidewalks are finally getting cleared here. I was going to advise you to take your skis to class yesterday or earlier today, but it seems like our great plowers here in northern Michigan have taken care of that for us. Now, as we look over into our map, the current temperatures are looking pretty low. Over here in Houghton, we got 17 degrees, a little bit of snow coming in. Same thing over there in Ironwood, 14, Iron Mountain 20, a little bit of snow in both areas. Also down in Menominee, you've got 26, a little higher there on the border of Wisconsin. Snow, though, consistent. As we make our way over to this side of the map, we are going to let you know that in Sault Ste. Marie today, we have a winter weather advisory, and that's going to be extending to most of the entire eastern side of the UP today. So that includes Escanaba, Manistique, and Sault Ste. Marie, all at 25 with a little bit of snow. Finally, we make our way back here into Marquette. It is 18 degrees, a very cold 18 degrees, but that sun is doing some wonders for us. Now, later today, for the rest of the day today, we've got 18 degrees with northwest winds coming in at 18 miles per hour, and our barometric pressure is 29.98 and falling. As we look into later tonight, it's going to be mostly cloudy for the rest of the night, a low of 8, very cold night tonight. Northwest winds coming in at 15 miles per hour, and our moon phase is a waxing gibbous. As we look into tomorrow, we've got a mostly sunny conditions, a high of 18 and a very low of 13. Our winds coming in west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Later this week, we're going to have a nice Friday, honestly, with 27 degrees, a little bit of sun poking through. It's going to be nice to get sun going this week as we're going to have a lot of clouds for most of it. 19 is our low there. Saturday, similar situation. We got 25 up top, 10 is our low, and then finally closing it out on Sunday, we've got 18 degrees, a little bit of sun to poke through, and a low of 9. That is all I have for weather. Let's get back to the desk.
Well, thank you, Jacob, for that weather report. It looks like the clouds are rolling into Marquette. Now moving into statewide news. Former Adams Township Clerk Stephanie Scott and her private attorney Stephanie Lambert will stand trial in the First Circuit Court for allegedly permitting an unauthorized computer examiner. In the 2020 general election, Scott and Lambert were allegedly found using an unauthorized computer examiner access to voter data and non-public voter information. Lambert and Scott both face a heaping amount of charges, which are as follows. 1 count of using a computer to commit a crime, 1 count of computer's unauthorized access, 1 count of conspiracy to commit offense of computer's unauthorized access, and 1 count of misconduct in the office. Michigan is holding a hearing to listen to the public's comments on the proposed changes to the licensing rules for family and group child care homes. These updates are designed to revise and reorganize the existing rules to better support the health, safety, and education of children. The Michigan Department of Lifelong Education, Advancement, and Potential, along with partners throughout the state, work together to build a high-quality child care system that is accessible and affordable for families. The changes will also help to structure the existing rules and clarify definitions for providers. These proposals are published on the State of Michigan's Administrative Rules website. The hearing will be held at 1 p.m. Friday, December 5th at the Michigan Library and Historical Center. Russia says that talks of potential ceasefire with Ukraine will continue after U.S. negotiators meet with President Vladimir Putin on Tuesday. Both sides were unable to reach a deal. Holly Williams of CBS News is in Ukraine with the details.
The U.S. negotiating team got a tour of Moscow yesterday and a 5-hour meeting with Vladimir Putin that went late into the night. But they did not get the peace deal they want. So far, a compromise has not been found, said an advisor to Russia's president. Before he even met the Americans, Putin launched a verbal attack on Europe, accusing its leaders of blocking the U.S. from brokering a deal. Ukraine and other European countries have been working to modify President Trump's peace plan put forward last month, which mirrored many of Russia's demands. If Europe wants a war with us, we're ready right away, Putin said. There's no indication that Europe wants to fight with Russia, but dividing the US from its European allies may serve Russia's interests.
He's imperialist and he wants to impose his own rules everywhere.
Lisa Yasko is a member of Ukraine's parliament and in the same political party as Ukraine's president, Volodymyr Zelensky.
If President Trump really wants to help Ukraine, what should he do?
He should come here first. He should see what happened in Ukraine. He should see the faces, the eyes of people. He needs to understand that he cannot trade with Putin because he's aggressor.
Every Ukrainian we've spoken to this week desperately wants the war to stop. But many are opposed to a peace deal that's imposed by the US that forces them to hand over territory and wouldn't prevent Vladimir Putin from invading again in the future. Holly Williams, CBS News, Kyiv, Ukraine.
Now don't touch that dial. Taeyeon Croft will be back with a sports breakdown that you don't want to miss.
Quiero lanzar la primera línea prêt-à-porter de Velvet.
La colección de Ana no debe salir adelante. La guerra acaba de comenzar.
¿Tú sabías que Alberto estaba vivo?
Welcome back to Public Eye News. I'm Taeyeon Croft, and I'll be giving you the rundown on the latest news in the world of sports. The Detroit Red Wings have been looking like flightless birds as of late. However, they snapped a 4-game losing streak Tuesday night, defeating the Boston Bruins 5-4. Morris Sider led the Wings with a goal and 2 assists. Detroit's Lucas Raymond and Alex DeBrincat each had a goal and assist of their own. John Gibson had a game-high of 33 saves, holding the Bruins in check, even after a late surge in the third period. Detroit moves on to a tough stage in their season, as they will begin a 6-game road trip this Thursday. They'll face a scrappy Blue Jackets team in Columbus at 7:30 p.m. Crossing over to college hoops, Lake Superior State Omar Suleiman earned the GLIAC Offensive Player of the Week. He had 2 exceptional games against number 9 Gannon and Lawrence Tech last week. Against Gannon, he scored a team-high 19 points and won 11 of 13 from the free throw line, pulling down 6 boards and picking up 3 stocks on the way. In a blowout against Lawrence Tech, he scored 22 points in 22 minutes, shooting at an efficient 66% clip. He snagged 3 rebounds and dished out 4 assists as well. Remember, this was all in 22 minutes. Talk about a walking bucket. He'll look to continue his excellent play Thursday in the Lakers' first conference game against Grand Valley State. Keeping things on the hardwood, the Detroit Pistons have been one of the most impressive teams in the NBA so far this season. They are off to a 17-4 start, led by Cade and them, of course. After dropping their 13-game win streak to Boston last week, Detroit looks to extend their new win streak to 3 games against the Milwaukee Bucks tonight at 8. The Pistons most recently beat a contending Miami Heat team on the road Saturday night and will look to repeat the same outcome in Milwaukee. This is the first time they have been fully healthy in 3 seasons, and things are looking very bright in the Motor City. That's all I have for sports today. Passing it back to the desk.
Thank you for that sports report. Now, Bianca, I hear you are quite the hockey fan.
I definitely would say that for a long time in my life, I've been a big Detroit Red Wings fan, and I'm very happy to see that they got a win and got something after losing for a little bit, but I'm very happy with them.
Oh, fun. I'm not the biggest hockey fan myself, but I'm glad you have someone to root for this season.
I'm very happy that they are trying to kick it back in. I mean, they've had a bit of a struggle, but, you know, they're trying their best, and I'll take that for something.
Perfect, and at least I've got those Bucks to look forward to as well.
And that's all the time we have at Public Eye News. I'm Bianca Kroll.
And I'm Maggie Franzen.
We'll see you next time.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.